everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I've got a bit of a stash video for you. I've been making my one of my boys' baby albums, his birth album, and I've got a birth album for every child, or I'm planning on having one for every child. So I have these thickers that I'm going to be tracing, and they are called Cinnamon, and they are from a couple of years ago, the Christmas thickers from years and years ago. So as you can see there, I am just tracing around the thickers, and then I'm going to be piercing with my little hole piercer, and I'm going to be stitching. So I trace the words baby boy over and over and over again in sort of a block area in the middle of my page. And you'll see in a little bit how I'm going to be spacing the baby boy sort of lettering. I'm not going to be placing the word baby underneath the word baby. I'm going to be sort of alternating each word in each line. If you see you'll see what I mean when I get to it. So yes, this album that I am working on, I will probably do a flip through with this album, and I am going to be just scrapping some photos of my second son, of his birth. And if you are squeamish and you do not like to see squishy babies with a lot of goo on them, you better not watch this video. There you go. There you see my baby with all his goo. But anyway, you see how I stitched. It's just a plain back stitched, and I alternated the wording. I sort of wanted it as random as you can get. But however, I wanted the word baby and boy somewhere in those lines, one baby word and one boy word to be in blue, so that would serve as the title of my layout. And the rest would be in white, and then here and there I would have another letter in blue, so that it sort of looks like it should be going off the page, but you can't see it go off the page. So anyway, so yeah, the top photo is of Andre emerging. And you can't see his face. If you look closely in the photo, you can see his mouth is open and he is screaming his lungs out, which is a very good sign. And then the bottom photo is probably a couple of minutes later, where he's just saying, "Oh my word, what's going on? Why am I sitting here? What happened?" And I can just imagine this little boy and him just putting his hands to his face, and that face he's giving is just like, what just happened? Why is the light so bright? I mean, if you think about it, what a baby must go through when they are born. I mean, it is remarkable. I think it's truly, it must be very traumatic for them. But, we have all been born and we've all made it. So anyways, I am using an older kit, and this is from, I think it's Echo Park. And it's the baby boy collection, and they have two of them, an older collection and then sort of a reprinted younger collection, and the collections sort of go together. And yeah, I've bought both of those collections, and I've had them for years and years, and I've finally gotten around to scrapping my son's birth. So I've scrapped my oldest son's birth, and then I've scrapped the two girls. So this is now Andre's turn. So I did put some tissue paper behind my photo, and you can just see the tissue paper peeking out behind the left-hand side of the photos. And because I don't have an embellishment pack or an ephemera pack or anything like that for this collection, I basically just have the collection pack, which is a couple of sheets of paper and a sticker sheet and some cut aparts, and that's it. I decided to make my own embellishments. So I have this lovely star punch, and you can see that I am punching a lot of stars, and this is the theme of the whole album, is stars, because one of the cut aparts in the collection says "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." So I thought that would be so cute, and I use it throughout the book, and I use it throughout the album, and every page is sort of the same themed, with the stars and the little clouds and all of that, and obviously the same colors as well. As I said, I'll do a flip through once I am done, and then you'd be able to see where this one fits in. I think I decided to make a video of this just to show you how I did the background. I didn't make videos of the other layouts in the book. You know what? Sometimes you just want to make a layout for making a layout, and you don't want to go through all the fuss of recording it and editing it and doing a voiceover and then, doing the graphics and the YouTube graphics. And it takes a lot of time. I think you ladies that have channels, sometimes it takes longer just to get the video up than it did took to make the layout. So it does take a lot of time, and it's definitely a labor of love. But anyway, I love doing it. I love making my videos, and I love reading your responses and all your suggestions and all of that. So this video is just, I decided to record it, my process, just to show you how I made that background. And even if you don't have a lot of pattern papers, and if you don't have the entire collection, you can still make a beautiful page. You don't have to have this massive collection to make a page that you like. You can just go with your creativity and just stick things down and see where it brings you, and in the end you'll be surprised at what pops up. So I punched some little stars out with my little star punch as well, and I just scattered them randomly around the big embellishment bit. And obviously I'm adding my wonky doodly border, and that is a theme that I carry out throughout the album. Every page has a wonky border on it, and my photos are also, I don't think I do wonky borders around these photos, because they are in any case pretty black. The top photo is, I don't even think you'll see the Sharpie on top of that. So it is quite dark. So I do scatter those little stars around my photos, and as you can see, it's this layout has a vertical aspect to it. It's a very broad vertical aspect, but nevertheless it is vertical. And in most of my pages in this album, it's either a horizontal layout, a vertical layout, a diagonal layout, and I sort of alternate like that between, with all the pages. And that's how I kept it fresh, because if you make an entire album with one collection, and especially when it's 3 or 4 colors, and this was the issue with this collection. It was this, green, and then blue and yellow, and that is it, just different shades of it. So you can do a lot with those colors if you have a set pattern in mind and a set theme in mind for your album. Anyways, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I hope this inspired you to get those photos scrapped, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.